So this is a video response to 5 questions for atheists, theists, and everyone else. I'm really mainly posting this video because I haven't talked about religion, I think, probably since like the Atheist 10 video that I posted when I was like 16. Obviously that video was pretty outdated. So the first question is, do you prefer a world without religion, a world with religious moderation, or a world with religion as it stands today? I think honestly I prefer a world with religion as it stands today, because religion is evolving so quickly and so thoroughly that I think eventually we are going to become a society of religious moderation. I think that as intelligent beings, we're eventually going to move past the point where we use religion to justify things until we get to the place where we use religion to fulfill ourselves. Which brings me to the second question. Do you believe morality can be explained in scientific terms? I'm referring to states in the brain. And do you think religion has no place in explaining morality? I think that morality can be explained using scientific terms, because morality at its base is kind of just rewards and punishments. Most people are moral because of a reward. They're moral because of a religious background. Their reward is, you know, a great afterlife. Or if someone is moral just because they want to be, it's usually so people will view them favorably and whatnot. And if you're immoral, then generally the implication is that you'll be punished in some way, either in this life or the next, or the afterlife, for your immorality. So yeah, I think that we can explain morality in scientific terms, but at the same time, I don't think it's completely that simple, and I don't think that that takes away from all the arguments and discussions you can have about morality and moral relativism and that kind of stuff. As for religion explaining morality, I think religion is a great way to explain and reflect on morality, but I don't think it's religion itself that created morality. And that's where I kind of stand apart from a lot of religious people, in that I don't feel like I need to be specifically religious in order to be a moral person. I don't have to read the 10 Commandments to know that I shouldn't murder people. I just know that I shouldn't murder people because that's bad. Question 3. How do you view religious moderation? Do you believe modern religion can be a problem? Yes. I don't think that anyone can deny that some modern religions cause a lot of problems. Look at Westboro Baptist Church and the extremists on both sides, the ones who are trying to burn the Quran and the ones that are trying to burn the Bible. Modern religion creates all sorts of problems, and there's no getting around that. But that's not to say that all modern religions create those problems. See, in short, modern religion can be a problem, but can be is the operative phrase here, because not all modern religion is a problem, and not all modern religion should be viewed as such. Question 4. What is your stance on the atheist-theist debate? Do you believe that the debate can go further, or do you think the debate is dead and all arguments are just repetitive? I agree with the second part of that question, which is that the debate is dead and all arguments are basically repetitive at this point. Atheists say there's no proof. Religious people say you don't need it, it's about belief, that's the whole point. And there's nothing else to say. So my stance is agnostic, which is in the middle. I don't care if there is a God, I don't care if there isn't a God. I'm gonna live a good life, I'm gonna be a good person, I'm going to live my life by generally accepted moral standards, and I figure regardless of which side is right, I don't think I'll be doing too bad for myself. Basically, I'm saying if I'm a good person, then if the theists are right, I'm going to heaven. And if I'm a good person and the atheists are right, I lived a good life and I made my time on earth worthwhile. And I know that some religious people don't believe that that's going to happen to me even if I'm a good person. I have a Baptist friend who, in fact, reminds me of this every time I talk to her about this situation. So while I understand that, my personal belief is no matter who's right, I'll be on the good side no matter what, because I am going to try my hardest to live a good and moral life. That's my stance. Finally, question 5. What is your prediction of the state of religion in the future? We're talking 100 years from now. Now, as I kind of already touched on in my first answer to the first question, I believe that the future of religion is kind of a smaller scale. I don't mean that in the way that I think religion is going to disappear or become less important, per se, but I think that religion is going to become more of a personal thing, and it's going to stop reaching into other facets of life. I believe that in 100 years' time, or at least I hope in 100 years' time, that it doesn't matter what religion the President of the United States is or the Prime Minister of Great Britain is, and it's not going to matter what religion people practice. People are just going to be people. So yeah, those are my answers to the 5 questions that every atheist, theist, and everyone else should answer. And I hope I made a little bit of sense, and I hope I sounded reasonable and don't make atheists look bad, even though, again, not an atheist. I respect your choice to practice religion, but what I don't respect is when you use that religion to justify horrible things, to justify discrimination and anger and war. That is when I don't respect religion.